All right, so we got the valve covers off of the truck because we're doing a rocker arm adjustment on our 1990 antique shop truck. So if I am gonna take these off, then I might as well clean them. So we cleaned the inside and it looks pretty good for 35 years old, but that's not the point that I'm trying to make today. Today is we wanna get all the rust off of this so that when we're working on the vehicle, we're not getting rust on our hands. If you have any cuts and you get rust on there, there could be a possibility for tetanus or some other type of stuff. You don't want the rust falling off. It chips and flakes and it just kind of looks, you know, look, I just rubbed my finger on it and it's already rubbing off right there. So I already kind of scrubbed these and it still kind of looks bad. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a couple of different heads here for our wire wheel. I'm going to put it on. I'm going to clean all of these up, give it a nice wash. We're gonna hit it with just a little bit of etching primer, just a little bit. I'm not gonna spend a lot of money on these. And then after that dries, we're gonna hit it probably with some flat black, maybe gloss black, whatever we have in the shop laying around more of. I'm gonna pick that for this. The truck is going to be flat black, so maybe we'll flat black these as well to go with it. So let's get some work done. So only about 5 minutes of work with that little brush thing. And you can see a humongous difference, right? See a humongous difference between one that we did not do and this one. Now, not all of the rust is gone, but most of the flakes and everything else is gone. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take this and then just kind of wash it down, let it dry. And I'm gonna get just a little bit of maybe 400 grit or 600 grit sandpaper, just a little tiny piece, and I'm just gonna wet it up and go over it one more time to get my finger in all the cracks and stuff, and then clean it, and then we're gonna go ahead and start the prep. So it makes a huge difference already, right? You can't paint this. Even if you clean it, you can't paint this. It's just gonna rot in the rust. If you paint this, the paint is going to look nice on the top. The rust is going to be forced to go down into the metal and then rot from the inside. And it's hard to get this stuff on an antique. It's hard to find this stuff anymore. You got to keep these pieces working and available. All right, so this stuff, all this little like crust in the corner here, you got to get that out. And what I did to get that out is I just took like a pick, like the end of the pick here is all kind of blunt and busted off because I've used it so much. So I don't want to use something that's real sharp, and then get in there and scratch that free. And it doesn't matter, we're using this is our work sink, you know, so that'll just, I'm not going to flush that down in the sink. I'm going to wipe that out. But this sink's going in the garbage soon. Anyway, but you want to get all that crust, because if you paint over this crust, eventually vibration and other things, washing the engine, making it look nice, or keeping it maintenance, will knock some of this crust out. And then there might be bare metal like this steel right here underneath, and then that'll start to rust in the corner here. You'll never see it, and then it'll just fall apart and leak all the time. So it's gotta look like this one, cleaned out. You see the rust down in there after I cleaned it out? So I'm gonna fold a little piece of sandpaper and give it just a 1-2 slide down through there, and then we should be good to go for some paint. You know, here, let me see if I can get a little bit of this. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about here. So, see this disgusting, so some of that is old paint that's bubbled up over the years, and some of that's just kind of grime, you know. Just go back and forth, scratch it up, and then just kind of knock it out, throw that stuff in the garbage, and then we're going to get ready for paint prep. right, so I got one primered already, and like you can still see the old paint on here. It's kind of, I mean, it's not completely flat. It's never going to be completely flat. I'd have to like sandblast it or machine dip it or something, but I just don't have time for that. This is a work truck. But it's already looking 100% better and won't rust. Have to put this etching primer on, or it's just not going to work, you know. So I'm not representing this company Duplicolor, but you see it says self etching prime, and it shows bare metal fights rust, and then what it looks like: adhesion and corrosion resistant. So first you hit it with this special primer. This isn't bodywork primer, this is etching to metal. It sticks to the metal. Then you're supposed to sand it down a little bit just to make it look smooth. I don't know if I'm gonna do that or not. And then we're just gonna hit it with some quick color crappy. This was not on these. I bought a couple cases of these because they were on sale for 99 cents. And spray paint looks like it's going up to like $5-10 a can. This is very crappy spray paint, but just to do a body part like this for a car, perfect. So as you can see, I did not sand it, so you can still see it's kind of rough, but I kind of like that. It almost makes it look like a hammered effect. If you've ever seen hammered paint, like the black that has like the gold in it to make it look antique-y, kind of. So you can still see all the green through. I did a light mist because I want to bond the paint to the primer, and I don't want to have any runs. So I do a light mist, and then I'll go over it again. And if I need to go over it a third time because I missed a spot here and there, I will. But you don't want to just keep caking it on, caking it on, caking it on, and try to get this all in one, because then you'll get runs on here and it'll look terrible. Or you have to sand those, you know. And then I'm going to set this on the truck so you can see before and after what they look like. So they're looking pretty good, right? Way different than when they were on there before. They kind of matched the shorty big block headers here, or small block headers here. The paint looks more amazing. It looks like someone actually took care of the vehicle, you know, than just having rusty stuff all around. I think they look great. It just takes a little bit of time, and that'll last and help that to prevent rust. Now, if anything leaks or anything happens, I can see it because it's all fresh as well. Take care of your stuff and it'll take care of you.